So I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Capricorn, right? So what I was getting for you before I started your reading here, right? Leo, I don't think you're really needing too much attention from others at this time. I feel like you are not. I feel like I feel like there's been like an upgrade for like self validation for you at this time, right? I don't feel like you're working in the ego either. I feel like you're just not necessarily needing others validation any longer. Like I feel like you're at a space here, right, where you're almost like, yeah, I feel like there's like a lot of karmic things coming in. I feel like you're almost setting things right. Like I feel like you're making apologies where it's like necessary here, right? I don't think that you're necessarily needing to have like them to even accept the apology, and even if they like, I feel like there's a lot of apology energy here. I saw the Five of Swords when I was shuffling your cards, by the way. I feel like there could have been like a lot of like negative word exchange here, right? And I feel like at this time, I feel like you're like making amends, making apologies here that are necessary. But you're not needing to continue the relationship with these people, right? Like, yeah, you can say hi, nice to see you, bye. You know, like I feel like you're still being kind, you're still being, like the loving Leo that you are here. But I don't think that you're like allowing these people's energy to like come in and affect you any longer, right? Like you're not as welcoming as you have been. I feel like you're a lot more protective, a lot more like self-aware to how great you really are. You don't need other people to come in. You don't need to spend your time with other people necessarily. Like yeah, I feel like everything that you're needing at this time is like really been taken care of for you, right? You know that you're safe, you know that you're protected, you know that you're the shit, and you know that you're great, and you're not really necessarily needing to like continue these relationships with these people over here. Yeah, I feel like there could have been a person or a situation that really kind of like came in and like hurt your feelings here, but Leo, I feel like you're just moving forward. I feel like you're moving forward through the situation here. You're doing what you're needing to kind of balance the situation out here as well, especially with this white and black horse. Yeah, once again, I feel like there could have been like a lot of negative energy built up in a situation. It could have been like with a verbal fight, an altercation here, right? And I feel like you're coming in and like putting some positive energy on it just to kind of balance out the situation so you can move forward in the situation, right? You know that if you were to like leave these things like unattended, like the ends like kind of not tied here, right? That would be allowing for like this energy to come back in, right? And I feel like once you make an apology here, I feel like the energy, like I feel like they could also be expecting to like continue in like the same energy you guys had been in before, like still like kiki chichi, like haha. No, Leo, I don't think you're necessarily doing that. I feel like you're just making the proper, apologies, really like getting some clarification here, right? So you can move on. So you can really just move on. Yeah, I feel like you're almost like calling a truce here. I feel like that's where that white horse came in. It's almost like a white flag here. You almost like had to wave the white flag just so you can like kind of like dispel the beef that had been there here, right? Yeah, Leo, I don't feel like you're making these apologies to like necessarily like be friends with them again or like, jump back into anything. No, I feel like it's necessarily, not necessarily. I feel like it's more to clear the air. So there is balance restored. So there's not like a looming irritation here, right? Yeah, yeah. It just got real dark in here. Yeah, it just got real dark in here. Yeah, I feel like you're shedding some light on some situations in order to get freedom of movement here, right? Yeah, I feel like the other energy is still like trying to come in, trying to, like, yeah. But Leo, no, it's really just so you can put things in balance, so you can move forward. And you understand like, hey, you didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but like, you probably could have hurt somebody's feelings here. And it's good to make things right, right? All right, let me have 10 of Wands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like whatever the situation was, I feel like it got real heavy. I feel like there was like a lot of stubborn energy involved here, right? Once again, I feel like it really could have hurt somebody's feelings. And yeah, you got to move past it. You got to move past it. Right? Without you coming in and like saying peace over the situation here, right? I feel like the burden of the situation would have like stayed on your back here. It still would have been heavy. It still would have been frustrating. Like you hate to see him around. No, like it's good to just like share your voice, share your piece here, right? To like uplift the situation, so you can kind of rid that off your back here, right? Yeah, I feel like you're being like the bigger person, especially with the strength card. Leo, that's you. That's you. That's the only way to really get through this situation here, right? I feel like in the past you could have been like a ferocious. I feel like you, yeah, Leo. I feel like you were kind of mean. I feel like you could have snapped at somebody, really hurt their feelings. I feel like the energy that you're coming into now, it's a lot sweeter. It's a lot more soft, right? Like I feel like you came in with the lion energy. Now you're coming in with the lamb energy, right? And I feel like that's really the only way to balance out the situation here, right? I don't feel like you're allowing the same things to like hurt you, the same things to like interrupt you here any longer as well, right? You're just coming across very sweet natured here. And I feel like that's really not only healing yourself, but the other person here as well. And then we have Knight of Cups. Yeah. This could be involving love as well. Right? Like this could be involving love, a partnership here, somebody that just like fancied you, right? They could have really liked you or enjoyed your company or were really trying to get to know you here, right? And I feel like that's kind of why you snap back. Like they're like, oh, that's too close, right? Like you like the attention, but you didn't like it that much, you know? And yeah, yeah. And then we have Mother of Pentacles, and then we have Mother of Pentacles. Leo, this could have been with the Mother of Pentacles here, right? This could be your energy here as well, right? Sorry. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there could be a Mother of Pentacles around you that you could be like trying to win back over with gifts, you know, like trying to like apologize in like different ways here, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then we have the Lovers. And then we have the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like, once again, I feel like this could have been a love relationship. This could have been a partnership here, right? Somebody could have just, you know, packed up their stuff and moved on here, right? I feel like that could have been like a weak moment as well, right? I feel like once you kind of calm yourself down here a little bit and really kind of go into that sweeter nature here, right? I feel like there's going to be a lot more understanding. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you could be packing up and moving to go be with the Mother of Pentacles here as well, that you see as a lover, right? That could have been why you packed up your stuff and moved on. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like things could have gotten really heavy in the situation you were in before, right? And I feel like that made you, you know, want to pick up and move on to something that was a lot less heavy here, right? Yeah. What is this, Chariot? We have Three of Swords. Yeah. The reason why you moved on, I feel like there was a situation here that really could have broken your heart, hurt your feelings here, torn you to pieces, right? And I feel like, you know, if you were to just sit here, like you would have stayed there, right? And I feel like that's what made you pack up your stuff, put it in the car, and kind of move on, right? And then we have King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there could have been a heartbreaking situation here involving a King of Pentacles. Yeah, involving a King of Pentacles here. Yeah, King of Pentacles could have came in and broken your heart. They could have moved forward without you here as well, right? They could have gotten their feelings hurt. Yeah, I feel like it was this King of Pentacles that got his feelings hurt, right? And then we have Death here. Yeah. In order to transform the situation, you got to move forward. You got to pack up your bags and move on here, right? Yeah. What is this Ten of Wands? What is this Ten of Wands? I feel like that's where this apology could have been in, right? Yeah, I feel like this King of Pentacles could have been offering like an apology here, right? And I feel like they could have gotten their heart broken as well, right? Yeah. I feel, once again, I feel like this was a situation that was supposed to happen, right? Like this was a situation that was supposed to happen. This was a situation that was supposed to come in for you. You were supposed to transform it. You were supposed to have a rebirth. You're supposed to see the situation a little bit different here as well, in order to move forward, in order to move on, right? Like a balancing of the scales here. And then we have Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this made you, yeah, I feel like you stopped the cycle. I feel like there was a cycle that was kind of like continuing going on for you. Yeah, I feel like you just really got sick of it. I feel like you honestly could not take anymore. And I feel like that made you pack up your stuff, and I feel like you sneaked away. I don't even think you were telling people where you were going, what you were doing here, right? There could have been a person around you that was kind of sneaking around, being shady, and I feel like that got heavy for you. I feel like whoever it was that was like hiding things from you, like kind of doing things in the dark, I feel like that's who you like packed up and moved away from here as well. I feel like there were some realizations about that for you. I don't think you necessarily even knew what was happening, but I feel like it was like the energy. It was so heavy on you. You felt it. You felt like something was wrong here, and you knew you had to like get away, move on from this person here, right? And the fact that you followed that intuition here, right? Especially with this moon shining down, especially you followed that intuition. I feel like that was a success for you. I feel like that was something you were absolutely supposed to be doing here, right? You didn't know why you felt this way. You just knew it was a very heavy energy. You knew it wasn't for you any longer, and you knew you had to move on with your life, right? You knew you had to. And when you did, that's when success really started rolling in for you here, right? Yeah. There was a lot of things in the situation that were not for you any longer, right? And we have the Six of Wands and the Fool. Once again, you followed your intuition. You knew something was not right. Something smelled funny. Something was up. You followed your intuition and you pushed yourself into a new beginning, a new start here, right? And as you're getting into this new situation here, all of these connections are really going to start clicking up for you. You're going to start understanding why you had to move away from this, right? Like yeah, the second you start picking your feet up and moving along in the situation that you're going in, then you're going to understand why later, right? Yeah. Situation just was not for you any longer. That was not conducive to your growth, right? And I feel like, yeah, I feel like this, like sneaking away and like starting something new, I feel like that could have, I feel like that was risky. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of worries and fears attached to this as well, and it felt risky to start something new here, right? But you followed your intuition. You knew where you were going, there was going to be success, right? You knew you weren't feeling these things for just no silly reason. Like you knew like the reason why you were feeling these things was because it was something you were like supposed to be going towards. There was something else that was for you, right? What is this Strength card? We have Five of Pentacles. We have Five of Pentacles here. I feel like you begin to strengthen yourself after you leave this behind here, right? And I feel like whatever it is you had to leave behind, I feel like it really broke your heart, and I feel like it really hurt your feelings. I feel like you were the one that was feeling like you were left out in the cold here, right? And I feel like that's why you packed up your stuff and moved on. I feel like this person had already moved away from you, and I feel like you were almost like the last to know, right? And I feel like that made you feel like you're really alone, really left out, really broken here, right? And it's time for you to start picking yourself back up, getting yourself off of the ground here. And we have the Hierophant here, right? You could have left a marriage here. Yeah. You could have left a marriage here. And once again, I feel like you were the last person to know. I feel like this person had already moved on. I feel like that was almost like the energy that you had been feeling here, right? No, it's time to get yourself back up. It's time to remember who you are, strengthen yourself here, pull yourself together, all pieces and parts. And that's what's pushing you in. That's what's pushing you forward here, right? And then we have the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of healing work that you're going to have to do on your heart. A lot of healing work you're going to have to do on your heart. Yeah, I feel like you felt like this situation really broke you, really tore you down, took your strength out. Yeah, I feel like this situation made you feel weak, right? And I feel like that's why you almost are like going into the space of like rest, recharging here, right? You're allowing yourself to feel the pain. You're allowing yourself to kind of go through this, right? Like to feel what happened for yourself, in order to go where it is you're supposed to be going. Like feeling the pain is a part of the process here, right? Like you have to start out on the bottom in order to get like to this beautiful, sunshine. You have to allow yourself to feel each and every like step of like the grief stages almost, right? Right. In this healing space, that's where you're being strengthened. In this restful space, that's where you're being strengthened as well, right? After you are taking the time out to really like kind of come up with different like game plans, different goals that you're wanting to come in for yourself as well. Like I feel like right as you're starting to get back on your feet, right as you're starting to feel like a strong, independent person here, I feel like you're gonna have like a love interest come in out of nowhere, out of nowhere. And I feel like this person's going to heal like all of like the different like pieces and parts that you didn't even know were broken, right? Yeah, I feel like you have a love interest coming in that's very, very attractive, very, very sweet, very giving as well, right? Like I feel like they share a lot of things with you, do a lot of things for you as well, right? And we have 10 of Cups. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like the more you're going into this like restful, recharging space here, right? I feel like you have a love interest that's coming in out of nowhere, and I feel like they are just bringing absolute peace, love, joy, anything that's making your heart sing and feel alive here, right? Like I feel like, and then we have the Hangman. It could be a Pisces here. It could be a Pisces. Whatever this person is, I feel like they are really helping you see the world a lot differently than you had been. I feel like they're almost like bringing in good advice, like helping you with things that you had been like worried and stressed about. Like I feel like they're almost like helping you see the world a lot more different. I feel like they're bringing like stability. Like I feel like they're almost like doing like trust falls with you here, right? It's like yeah, I feel like you're like bending in different ways than you ever have before, right? And I feel like they're almost like holding your back. Like I feel like this is the person. They're almost like supporting you up here. Like you're bending and like going in all these different ways here, but you have such a different support system that allows you to see the world a lot differently than you had been, right? Yeah, I feel like this person, I feel like they're changing your reality here. I feel like they're helping you see the world a lot different. I feel like they're coming in and they're a lot more of like a stable support system. I feel like they're a lot more encouraging for you to be who it is you really are, and know that whatever direction you decide to go in, they have you back. They have your back. They're here for you here, right? Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like as you're seeing the world a lot differently, I feel like they're bringing in happiness. They're bringing in joy. Like they're bringing peace for you. A lot more understanding about things here, right? Yeah. And then we have the Hermits. And then we have the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like they are almost like a protection shield for you as well. Especially with this like stabilizing energy that they have coming in for you. I feel like they're also like a protector, right? I feel like they almost help you see like the next direction in your path that you didn't know was even a possibility here as well, right? What is this Mother of Pentacles? We have the Tower. We have the Tower. Yeah, I feel like after this connection comes in, I feel like there's going to be a lot of unexpected things coming in trying to distract you from like the beauty of this, right? Like I feel like you're almost like seeing like your future marriage partner, like your future family partner here, right? Like a person that you can like marry, a person that you could like have kids with here as well, right? Like really like gain financial abundance with as well. I feel like there are going to be several different energies that are coming in, right? Just as you're like building up this like beautiful like dream village in your head, right? I feel like there's going to be several things that are coming in, like trying to prevent this from happening here, right? Very scorpionic, very scorpionic. How Pluto sits in your chart, it might be that the more you're finding like resistance or frustration or like challenges here in your life, the more you should push towards it, right? Pay attention, right? Like I feel like there's going to be a lot of things coming in trying to distract you and take you away from this beautiful, wonderful energy that you have coming in for yourself. Stay with it. Know that this is an energy that's supposed to be for you. I feel like you will honestly know if this is not a situation for you, right? Like I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of like you're not going to feel good about it. You're like, if this was a situation that you were not supposed to be having, you would not feel like this 10 of Cups energy, right? The energies that are coming in from like trying to distract you here, like you wouldn't feel emotional happiness, right? Like you wouldn't feel like good in your soul about it, right? Like if this is not a situation for you, you won't feel that goodness. If it is a situation, you will have that joy, you will have that peace, right? But there's always going to be these energies that are coming in and trying to like deter you, take you away from something that is so beautiful, that is so great here. Like they're going to come in and try to stop all the beautiful, wonderful things that you're building in this, right? Yeah, don't pay it any mind. Don't pay it any mind. Especially if this is a person that you're really like foreseeing like a future with, like somebody that you're wanting to like plant like abundances in as well here, right? And then we have Knight of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why they're coming in and trying to like distract you. They're trying to take all the things that you're putting like root in, like growth in, right? Like this is a situation that you're truly wanting to invest in here, right? It's almost like they're trying to create like distrust, dis-ease, like uncertainty, fear here, right? They're trying to take the joy from you, right? Like they're almost trying to like take down like the things that you're really valuing here, right? Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow that to happen. If it's a situation that you feel really good in your soul, stay with that, right? And it's almost like the negative and the positive in the situation, that's what's helping it grow. Like you need the nighttime, you need the dark, like, you know, in order for a plant to grow. You need like the pull of the ocean, you need pools of water here, right, from the moon in order to make things grow. You can't just have your plant sitting in sunlight all day long. Like you're going to burn up your plant. You have to have positive, you have to have negative in order for things to really come into fruition that you're wanting it to have, right? Allow the negative things to be a part of the growth process. Don't just give up just because somebody's trying to come in and distract you and take you away from something that you really value, something that is going to be really good if you just allow it to grow. Just allow it to grow. Right? What is this, lovers? Once again, I feel like this is involving a love situation. I feel like there could be different energies around you that are almost like jealous, insecure here. They're seeing how like happy this energy is making you, and I feel like they're trying to like come in and stop it, trying to prevent it here, right? Don't allow that to happen. Don't. And keep in mind, if you're going through this, the other person's probably going through this, especially with this Lovers card here as well. Whatever you're going through, this other person's also going through. Like if this is truly your person, you guys are both going through negative and tough situations here, right? Keep in mind, you guys have a covenant together. You guys have like you're one in the same energy here, right? So you have to have a little bit more of an understanding of I'm probably not the only person that's experiencing these things involving this situation, right? So is this other person, right? Yeah. If you're being tested, and that's the thing, that's what a lot of these like negative situations are. It's like a testing. It's making sure like this is really the right one for you, making sure, you know, like you can't what like one of my like stipulations for like being married is like before I decide to marry somebody, like I want to make sure that like we can go through rough and hard situations together and still make it out on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to like be with somebody that like runs away as soon as like things get hard here, right? No, you go through these testings to make sure that you guys are equally yoked. You guys are one of the same. Like one's not going to run out as soon as like situation gets tough or hard. You know, somebody's not going to like veer off the path. And keep in mind, birds always flock together. Like you never, yeah, you see one bird every once in a while, but typically like birds are together. And so you're knowing that like whatever like storm you're weathering, so is this other person. You know, you guys are in the sky together. Like the wind's still the same, you know, like it's pushing you both one way or the other here, right? If there's rain, you both are going through it. And I feel like you're understanding and seeing that here, right? Yeah. It's almost like the weathering makes you guys bond closer together as well, right? Yeah. And then we have Six of Swords. Yes. I feel like the more you are learning how to like lean in on this relationship, the more that you're allowing this person to like be that other person, to be that comforting for you. The better it's going to be for yourself here as well, right? And then we have the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups here. We have the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there could be a relationship here where yeah, I feel like you guys could have like separated, right? I feel like you guys could have pulled apart here, right? I feel like you guys are like slowly but surely like working your way back towards one another here, especially with this Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. Yeah, with the Six of Swords, like look, you had already packed up your suitcase, you were already out the door, you were going on to the next one, right? Yeah. I feel like there's a situation here where you guys are almost like being pulled back together here, right? And you know it's not necessarily like something you're going through right now, but you know that like this is something that could possibly happen in the future. I feel like you're almost like, you know, allowing yourself to be guided through this, right? Allowing yourself to stay safe in the process as well, right? All right, let's get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You guys are awesome. So awesome. Thank you for commenting too. You guys are awesome. You guys are so cool. Let's get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. Read. Yes. I feel like at this time, I feel like you are almost like learning up on different things for yourself here. I feel like you could be like reading different books and like the Akashic records for yourself here as well. Like I feel like even if you're just picking up just a regular book here, right? I feel like as you're like reading it, I feel like you're almost like reading like things that are like going on in your life here as well, right? And I feel like that's almost going to be like giving you answers and like certainty as to like where it is you're supposed to be going, right? Pay attention to what you're reading, even if it's like an autobiography of like somebody from 1952. I feel like it's like different clues as to like what it is you're supposed to be experiencing, the things that you're supposed to be going through for yourself here as well, right? Really pay attention. I feel like there's going to be things brought into your awareness that's almost like signs and synchronicities for you, so you have a deeper understanding. So it's almost like more of a comforting thing for you, like, hey, you're not going in the wrong direction, like this is where you're supposed to be, right? All right, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.